Welcome back to another episode of the City Podcast. The episode 94 of the Can I Trust You podcast.
I don't like that entrance. That
No?
entrance seemed too like meh. Like you try to go with one thing and then you're just like, oh fuck, I gotta add this thing.
I started to how it just came though.
Yeah, like everything else, you start off like first two sentences, you're like, ooh, and then you're like, oh.
This is the podcast.
You're like a half-dying battery. When you first like if it's a half-dying battery like in a remote
on a good compact disc player.
Yeah, like it's gonna play the first song like fucking awesome.
Yeah, but you better not add that bass boost.
Yeah, yeah. Once you add bass boost, it's fucked.
Fuck. Took it back to the 90s.
Anyways, guys, I'm your host Tony, and I'm here with
your boy Eric.
And
I hate that boy.
Gretchen McDougal. Not my best.
No, not even like by far.
Yeah.
You did say you're not all there today. So.
On a scale from 1 to 10, that was straight booty.
Booty. And then we got Mr.
Roman.
There you go.
I'm noticing something that's off for Mark generally. He's wearing shorts.
Yeah.
Doesn't he always wear shorts?
No, only
mostly
sometimes.
pants.
Like
I tend to wear pants or the dickies with my fucking balls hanging out.
Yeah.
Is that why you're wearing the shorts?
No, because these are the stuff that actually fits me nowadays. All my old clothes are starting to get a little tighter.
Careful, dude. Fucking Roman's looking at you with those shorts. He's hoping that dick's gonna poke out.
I was in heat today. I put up a mailbox finally.
So why is it so weird for him to wear shorts? I think I've seen him in shorts most.
I don't wear shorts
most
a
of
lot.
Sundays.
Every once in a while.
Because every time I've seen him, he's generally wearing pants.
See, I remember because I always talk about his fucking calves.
You always talk about his
Yeah,
calves?
like,
That's
When
weird.
we talk about his cast, but
like
man.
to who?
Like him. Like when I go visit the store.
To your mom? Be like, Mom, have you ever noticed Mark's fucking awesome calves?
as you're making your jewelry.
He said it before. His calves used to be bigger.
Oh yeah, they used to be fucking mammoths.
Don't worry
But you
about
have that twinkle toes thing, right? You're like Fred Flintstone everywhere?
Yes, I tend to walk with a tippy toe everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I always got fucking shit for it too.
Yeah,
Like
you're gonna continue to.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. He's getting bigger, so he probably can't even do it no more.
Them toes is
That's
gonna
true,
break.
maybe my toes are gonna fucking smash.
Yeah, they're just gonna fucking
They
go
can't
like
support your weight anymore.
little snap. Ah!
So they're like, you start hearing Mark coming around and walking.
they're gonna be like a wicker chair on Tony. It's just gonna give up.
Sir, what happened? Sir, what happened? I'm like, oh, my toesies.
My toesies is not supposed to pop that way.
I can't feel them. Is they there? Don't know how to tell you this, boss. Your toes went inside your foot. Oh no!
He just has enough for a foot.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just nails.
Right when you said, like, I'm sorry, I went inside your foot, I'm like, oh, nosies.
Oh man!
Give it to me straight, dog. Will I ever be able to tiptoe through the window, by the window?
Tiny Tim, you fuck.
I think I was thinking about Tiny Tim. I don't know why.
Who
I
doesn't?
think it was that same song, too.
I was, for some reason, I put up a mailbox today.
Oh, you were being serious about that?
Yeah. I put up the mailbox. It was just like a ready-made mailbox, just fucking bracket, knock the thing in.
Damn.
Mixed up some cement.
Was it hard to break down the old cement?
No, there was no old cement. Like, that's what everybody was telling me. But then I just like, oh man, that fucking mailbox was like ready to fucking just fall over.
So you just touched it and it crumbled?
Well, yeah, because I just like literally like just like moved it and it just fucking like the mailbox fell off.
Fucking
Yeah. And then it was a wooden post that was in the ground, and the only thing that was supporting it was like a little L bracket in the ground. So I just like moved the fucking thing and I like pushed it over, and then I had to dig around and then take the L pipe out, and then make the hole a little bit bigger.
That's what she said.
And then got the post that just hammered it into the ground. Made sure it was level. Used the level to make sure it was all good.
Damn.
Then
Professional and leveled.
Then mixed up some concrete.
Ladies, if you're wondering what that is, that your fucking pussy being wet.
Mix up
The
some
rest was
concrete
like, why
and
couldn't
then
you
boom.
be handsy when we were dating like this?
I mean, I was handsy. I wasn't just handy.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what they say, you can't be handsome, be handy.
Yeah.
There
I got nothing.
Fuck, so alone.
But I don't know what it is about like Memorial Day. Everybody's like chilling and partying like Memorial Day weekend.
Texas.
Me and my family were like, all right, we gotta fucking fix the bathroom, so we're gonna do that Saturday. Sunday, you fucking put up the mailbox, which was me, and then my dad was like, I'm gonna mow the fucking lawn. This is enough.
Fucking
Yeah, dude.
pubes in my teeth.
That's what we're gonna do tomorrow is mow the lawn. And it's funny though, we have a veteran now in the family.
Mhm.
And like, you guys do anything? No, we don't celebrate this holiday.
Who's a veteran?
My sister's boyfriend.
What branch of military was he?
He's
Air
a-
Force.
he's a-
Oh, okay, Couch Force. Got it.
Yeah.
Does he get mad when you say that?
oh,
Nah,
he made fun of him.
he accepted it. He's
Oh.
like, fuck yeah, we got to eat steak, and we came in there and saved the Marines by throwing out fucking predators. And I was like, yeah, I throw a predator or two out.
Like, well, they
Like
did.
Predator, like the monster? Or the...
No, like the child molester.
Oh.
It'd be cool if they actually fucking unleash predators out.
Which kind of predators? You gotta be clear.
I don't see
Sexual
I don't
predators.
see why the sexual predators and the alien predators have to be separate.
What if
That's
it's
true.
a sexual alien
Sexual-
predator?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm hoping.
Instead of killing, he does the raping.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, how fucking weird would that movie be? Arnold getting trying to get
Come
fucked.
on, do it now.
He's just
Fuck
like,
me.
yeah, he's just fucking spraying his butt cheeks.
Come on, I'm here.
Do it.
And
He's covered in mud.
And then when the fucking predator comes, he does that fucking laugh.
Have you guys seen the new trailer for the movie, the remake?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
It's like
it's whatever.
no, none of you.
looks
None of
alright.
you
D
excited?
I mean, you can't improve on perfection. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
That first movie is fucking perfect.
I
The
don't know what
classics.
exactly
Yeah.
they're gonna hope to accomplish. I mean, what exactly new are you gonna be able to tell?
Am I-
us?
am I-
It even had what's his
I
name?
think it's
Fucking-
that the predators are actually gonna become humanish.
It even
even more
had Jesse Ventura. Jesse the Body Ventura.
Ooh, is he gonna be in there?
I hope so.
The mayor?
I hope so.
The mayor. You know who became a mayor?
He's not a mayor.
Wasn't he a mayor?
He was, but now he's
Yeah.
on the run in Mexico.
Yeah, but that's
He's on the run.
Who?
Yeah, he's total like fucking conspiracy nut.
Oh.
So like he does a podcast and everything, but every time it's from a different location in his fucking RV and he uploads it like at different places. So he's so fucked up. It's so cool though. I wish I was that
who is
fucking
that?
crazy.
the,
Jesse Ventura.
the actor, wrestler, mayor, now podcaster.
Remember the
Bald
white
dude?
the white guy from Predator. The other white guy. It was only Arnold, other white guy, black guy,
The one that
and then
the one that was
Body.
an Indian guy.
and then there's Native American guy.
What other movie did he do?
Billy.
I don't know. I'll
Pull
double check
up a
that.
picture, because I'm drawing a blank. To be honest, I
Mhm.
don't remember watching the whole Predator thing.
Oh man, you fucking
Oh,
up,
You
bro.
gotta know who Jesse Ventura is. Jesse the Body.
Yeah.
No. Anyways, it was
I have a car, and its name is Ventura.
you know who's the new mayor now? Kenny Omega. Did you see the new trailer?
No.
No. Kenny Omega got to play Cody, and Cody is now the new mayor of Metro City. He took over Haggard's place.
Oh, okay. I know that
And that's,
part.
And that's
Oh,
the whole
okay.
story
I was like,
for-
why would you say Kenny Omega's mayor? I
Oh,
was like,
you should. No, my God. I'm guessing none of you saw the trailer.
No.
So it's a live action Cody, and it's Kenny Omega, the wrestler.
That's Jesse Ventura.
oh, that guy.
Yeah.
I was so excited for the trailer. I was actually happy for it.
He looks super fucking weird.
Oh, now he looks even fucking worse.
Oh, he's old now.
Yeah, now he's old and he's just like, hey, how's it going, Eric?
Oh, I seen that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
This is Jesse the Body Ventura.
Then again,
I was mayor of Minnesota. I think.
I've not seen an old wrestler that's not fucked up.
Ghost.
Every single any living legend is pretty fucked up.
I don't know. Steve Austin's pretty good.
He's pretty fucked up.
Not really.
Not
He
really.
said the N word. People were mad at him for that.
Don't nobody care. It's
No, that was
Austin.
Hulk.
No, it was Hulk. Was it Hulk?
Hulk Hogan said the N word.
Yeah, and he showed his Pepsi can dick.
Yeah.
Which I thought he was coming back to wrestling.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Isn't he?
There's rumors that he's been talking with WWE, but That would be a really dumb move.
But I thought his name got
Why?
cleared and everything.
It doesn't matter.
No?
It's the opinion of public. It's
No.
the public.
I think
The
the
court
public-
of public opinion.
The public opinion loves Hulk Hogan.
Some
They would accept him.
there's some, but I think there's newer wrestling fans, like younger than me, that are part of the super liberal crowd. That's like,
Oh,
fuck
the-
you.
the
You say
politically correct.
yeah, and you say anything bad, no matter what time you said it, even if it was 30 years ago, and you might have changed.
Yeah,
They don't really care about it.
Fucking hold
But
it.
then
So-
again, that crowd accepted
Why
Ronda
don't they get
Rousey.
mad at Booker T? He called Hulk
I mean,
Hogan a nigga
sorta.
one time.
The what?
Why don't they get mad at Booker T? He called Hulk Hogan a nigga one time.
Because he's black and
Black and apparently gets a pass for it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, fair enough.
Apparently.
Somebody's angry
He's
about it.
not really all that black. That boy white as fuck.
Who?
Booker T?
Yeah.
What you talking
I
about?
mean, axe white. He's
Hey,
got a
you-
suit on.
What the fuck does that mean?
Ain't no self-respecting black man wearing
No.
a suit.
I'm pretty
What
sure.
you talking about?
What
Have you
talking
seen him fucking go to church?
Yeah,
They
all-
get spruced up for church.
about? Out of a court
Yeah,
date?
but it's the
Or out of
actual, like-
probation?
Like a real suit, like, you know, neutral colors. When they go to church, they're fucking fabulous.
They're
Pastel.
okay.
Pastels.
Man,
There's
you've been watching too many videos. And
yeah, you've been watching too many fucking Cedrics, baby.
Yeah.
Nah, I think I'm with you on this one.
See,
I'm not saying that
See,
they don't
makes
do
sense.
pastels,
So
but
you
I'm
guys
pretty
still
sure
just saying,
there's
but
still
I'm
people
talking about,
that
like,
just
they're-
wear regular
So
colored
you're telling me
suits.
And they're-
all
and they
people
speak super
colors are eccentric dressers?
Yes. It's called flavor.
It's either that or they dress like it's either they dress that nice or they dress like ex Boys to Men members with the
Yeah.
black turtlenecks and the gold chains.
Mm.
That's Tupac, but yeah.
The Drake.
The only thing I remember, like, Boyz II Men was whites, the all white suits.
Ooh, I remember just not button your button and wear no shirt over that button shirt. Under that button shirt.
Yeah, I can never. We can never get away with that.
Girl, till the
You-
end of the world.
Like, I have no chest hair. You're just gonna see titties, and then like, but you might be able to go with it. You might.
I can pull it. I can pull it off.
Yeah,
I got like. There's one thing where I used to work out where it kind of looks like maybe it could have been an ab, but it might be something the doctor should look at. So it looks kind of like
It's
an
a
ab.
tumor.
Come in a straight line.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Jesus.
That's what that is. They're like, damn, he tried.
Yeah, he tried one time. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it fucking hurt.
That's
3 sit-ups and I'm cramping up like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with you, dude.
That's inactive, I guess. Like I can go.
I mean,
I
I'm
can
inactive, but
I can
like,
go to women and be like, I know your pain when you go through your menstrual thing because this shit cramps up, can't breathe, can't move. You just want to die.
It made Mark smile so much.
I feel your pain.
I feel your pain immensely.
I got your sympathy, girl.
God damn.
Let me be your spokesperson, and people will actually listen now.
That's true. But you gotta make me a sandwich.
so sexist.
Hey, I'm sympathetic, but I'm still gonna, keep it down.
You know what? I can't argue against Eric's talking no more. I met a person at a cigar shop that has the mentality of Eric,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a retired police officer,
Mhm.
and he talked like Eric's talking, and I was like, damn. He's like, yeah,
It's
man.
called talking like a man.
You know how Eric keeps referring to a lot of people as trash,
Mm-hmm.
Hell
and
yeah.
that all junkies just let them OD.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
That's like life taking care of its own trash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for
So-
some reason I thought you said like they were holding or hold D for something like that.
No, I don't know how to talk.
Okay.
So I met this old retired cop. He's like, yeah, man.
I thought he said old retarded cop.
Yeah, man.
No, it was a pretty cool conversation.
You have the right to remain
What?
silent.
What else did you talk
Crayon you have.
Are we talking about how Mormons don't have sex and they have sex? I learned
Oh,
something called the soaking thing.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. It
That's-
came out a joke. He's like, hey, man, you know how Mormon has sex?
But like, how do you come that way? Like,
You're not
you're not
supposed
supposed to.
You're not supposed to.
Yes.
And fucking just.
I mean, I probably will. I mean, like, yeah, I'm inside.
yeah, just fucking just lay it in there and just be like,
Push it out.
Mormons are all the ones with the sister wives, right?
yeah.
Like, damn.
The sister wife?
The sister wives is the one you could get married multiple times.
To your sisters?
Polygamy.
No, they call that's what they call it, but it's like it's polygamy.
Oh, okay.
So it's the wives, but the wives consider each other like
each
say
other's sisters.
say I married you and married Roman.
This gay.
Y'all would super gay, but you would call him your sister, but they're my wives. Y'all my wives.
Sister
There you
wives.
go.
It's weird. I don't
Gotta
know.
use people, or else you lose them.
We had a pretty good conversation.
Visual representation. Is what's needed.
There's nothing visual here.
He saw two people.
Yeah, but
He saw
you,
the connection.
but you're saying, like you're trying to explain it to everybody else through an audio podcast with no visuals.
Well, I was talking more about Mark.
I'm trying to make Mark understand.
the people that are listening, they know what's up.
They have Google.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they could Google
Most of
it.
them might be smart.
Most of the people listening just like, that Eric guy must be gay.
Yeah,
He's trying to marry the two other dudes.
could be. Damn, he just proposed to them.
Yeah, they just laughed at him.
Just like real life.
That's fine. Yeah, I ain't my type. I ain't Brad Pitt.
You don't know you're gay until you try it.
Is that right, Tony?
I was waiting for one of you to. So I put it out there, and the one that picked it up was Mark.
Mark's always picking
You
up
guys
what
know
they're
that
pulling out.
Do you know Brad Pitt was on Deadpool too?
Yes.
Yeah.
For like a split second.
Hell yeah.
No,
No?
I didn't see it.
Oh, I
So
haven't watched it.
I haven't watched the first one.
It was like
Trust me, just because you didn't watch the first one, you're not going to be lost in the deep story. I saw it and I was like...
Did you like it though? Like as a movie?
Yeah. I mean, it was one of those safe bets where instead of going to a movie and just like, I don't know if it's going to be good or not,
wow.
you have a lot of people saying it's good, so it has to be at least entertaining to a...
Yeah,
I
like
think it has to be entertaining to a point, and it's
Yeah.
somewhat of a safe choice.
yeah,
It's one of those movies you just sit there and just kind of turn your brain off and just let it play.
yeah. I
laughed
can.
a couple times.
that's what I do. That's all I do.
Anybody go see
Yeah,
Solo?
no, that's why you say shit movies.
Yeah,
True.
but I don't fucking. I enjoy my time at the movies and
The-
watch a movie rather than stew and hate and fucking get angry every time you hear someone else talking about the movie. Even though you're indifferent to it, you're still kind of like, man, I'm fucking tired of hearing people about.
True, but
on doing
I
it.
just don't. I just don't want to spend money in something
No.
where I'm probably not gonna have fun. You know
I
what
don't
I mean?
mind spending money. Fuck it.
I want to
You
spend
can't,
my
take
money.
the, you can't take the money with you.
You can't, but I want to spend my money for something that's gonna be fun or useful.
No.
I mean, it's fun
It's-
for me.
Yeah,
and
and
it's
I was
useful for
saying-
the podcast.
it is,
So there you go, fun and useful.
but just not fun.
Well, I mean, yeah. I
Not
mean,
for you.
But-
it depends on every person's
Preference.
yeah
But there
on what they consider
Mark for the saves today.
on what they consider as fun.
there was a movie that I was actually interested in. That I wanted
Hotel
to
Artemis.
see.
That looks actually good.
The what?
I would
The
go see
Hotel
it.
Artemis.
I like boring.
You think so?
Yeah,
I,
like boring.
I haven't seen it.
So I'm guessing you don't like movies like Smoking
Incredibles
Aces
2.
and all that.
I wanted to see Smoking Aces.
Oh yeah, Incredibles 2. I gotta watch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
watch that one.
So
Oh, yeah.
none of you went to go see Solo, right?
No,
No.
fuck no.
Look at Disney's disappointed at the numbers it made. I thought many people would actually go see Solo.
They're not fucking. They should not have expected people to go watch that movie.
Why not though?
The movie was a
Isn't
sh-
Han Solo one of them?
That movie was a shit show from the beginning. All the bad shit you kept hearing about it. It seems like the only good thing that they're trying to spin on it is that it got that fucking Donald Glover guy.
Yeah.
I mean-
that's probably the only plus of it.
I mean, you're.
I mean, it had a lot of production problems for what I remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, they lost like 3 different directors for it.
I thought Han Solo was
Or
like
two
one
different-
of the big characters in
a lot
Star
of
Wars.
the
Though.
actors were just fucking.
Yeah,
Not having
indifferent to it.
Woody Harrelson, I hear, is pretty fucking hard to work with.
I would assume
Was
so.
he in the movie?
Yeah, he's a Jedi, right?
Huh.
Just Jedi?
Is he?
I
I don't know. Well, I don't know
much
Star
about-
Wars.
That don't sound like a Woody Harrelson character.
No, he
That-
probably plays like some scoundrel.
Yeah, he's probably like another what?
Thief. He's a natural born.
What is
natural born killer.
Solo a raider or what? What is it?
So it's like
Smuggler.
He's like a
Smuggler.
smuggler.
There you go. Boom. He's another smuggler, probably.
I would say it'd be like a mix between
It's like
Han Solo and fucking
Greedo.
the blue guy from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yondu.
Oh,
Yondu.
Yondu.
Yeah. I'll probably play something like that. Maybe
So-
mixed in with a little bit of Benicio del Toro's character, the collector.
Okay, that's just
Yeah,
weird.
After the other
Rogue.
after the other Star Wars movie, I just don't fucking care.
So you wouldn't go see the Boba Fett movie they announced?
No, and I actually like Boba Fett too.
And you nothing, no interest.
I will say I did have some interest in the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie because I doubt they're ever gonna go this route, but it actually has some potential.
What's the route you want them
They
to
can
go?
do like a
Oh, the years after Anakin betrayed him.
yeah, well, like he has to look after Luke. They could try to spin it as because I think what makes good, like, I don't want to say nerd movies, like
So nerd
like,
movies.
well, like superhero movies, like how Logan was so critically acclaimed because it was playing off like a western,
Mm-hmm.
but it was still a superhero movie at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, what they can do for this, they can kind of go back to like the original things, and it's like a sci-fi samurai movie, where basically Obi-Wan Kenobi has to lay low. He's this fucking like super experienced samurai.
Mhm.
He has to lay low because he doesn't want the Empire to find him, but at the same time he has to protect Luke.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
so,
the
you're,
story-
so
see
you're
what
telling me
Story
he
of
could be
Ronin?
So
lone
he's-
wolf and cub.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
And
thinking.
so basically he's in Tatooine, and Tatooine's run by a fucking big old Universal like mob.
Mm.
And it's just filled with fucking just bad people. So it's Obi-Wan Kenobi, who's like a really badass fucking Jedi,
Mhm.
but now he can't fucking do shit.
Mm.
He has to learn how to like not fucking
To
be
just
the
rely
good guy
on his
and
wits.
just, yeah, and just
Instead
let,
of just the
if you see
force.
some bad shit, just to fucking turn your head.
Mm.
Yeah.
Not be honorable.
So he
Not
becomes like the indifferent guy that he was in the first
He's
movie.
pretty much a Ronin. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
the
Or
Ronin.
or he learns to be that gray thing with his
the Grey Jedi.
gray Jedi. Because
Yeah,
I remember
that's-
that's a thing,
That,
right?
that's a thing that Disney was trying to push. But I mean, see, if you put it that way, that would sound like a real interesting
That actually
movie.
sounds good. TM.
See?
You hear that? You hear that, Disney? You want that story? Give us the money.
They actually dabbed into that for a little bit in one of the Clone War cartoons,
Mhm.
where Obi-Wan Kenobi was a slave, and then he learned that every time he acts out,
Mhm.
other people get hurt. So
No, I
eventually he
saw
becomes
those
a replacement.
episodes.
I
From
heard the Clone Wars
Cartoon
was
Network
actually
one?
pretty good. Pretty
Yeah.
good.
After you have to get through a certain point, because I mean that's not a good start. I forget how many seasons there are. They're a good amount.
It's like 9 seasons or something. It's a lot.
Probably if you get done with maybe half of the first season, then it starts getting really good. But at the end, it starts getting a little shaky.
Mm.
But it's really good. It's good.
Don't you just hate that? He's like, oh man, the show's good, but you have to give it to second season.
Well,
Yeah,
it's all about
I-
stardom.
Yeah.
I really can't do that.
John told me that about Supergirl.
Mhm.
He's like, just watch it, Tony. You're gonna like it,
Mhm.
but you're gonna like it starting of season 2, episode 4.
Mhm.
So I was like, how much is like season 1? I think it's like 13 episodes.
No,
And he's like,
it's
yeah. So you tell him you have to give it 17 episodes before he even starts getting good.
that.
He's like, yeah.
My question is, if you know it's gonna be good from then and from that point, why not just start there?
You gotta watch the character development.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I gotta
You
do
gotta see
shit.
what the
I-
characters
I-
are.
If it's gonna be good after this, why the fuck do I care about watching all that boring shit? I don't care who they are.
Well,
That's the whole part of the story, knowing the characters.
Nah.
Well, like the whole thing with My Hero Academia. Like when I started watching it, I was really hesitant because you were saying like, "Oh, it's good. Don't worry about it." Everybody was telling me it was good, but Brian was saying that like he really didn't like the first half of the season. Like he really didn't like the first season as a whole, but like it really didn't get started interesting until halfway through the season. I was like, "Fuck, I gotta sit through 6 episodes." But to counter that, when I watched it, I liked it from the beginning. Like the first episode was like, okay, I get it, good setup, and then second was like, oh, okay, I'm starting to get more.
Again, it's
The
It's
first season
opinion,
wasn't, but
'cause-
character.
Yeah,
development.
it's just
like
character
really strong
development.
because
Yeah.
remember when we had the talk with John
Mhm.
about the reading the token fucking shit after the Hobbit.
Oh, the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. But what was it like? The Anti-Radiant or whatever the fuck?
The Silmarillion.
What the fuck ever?
Okay, no.
That shit. I thought he was start- he
Why
start-
does that sound familiar?
I think that's Adventure Time. Yeah.
So satisfied after like, there you go.
There you go. No, but he was reading the prologue or something like
Oh
that.
no, yeah, okay. So John, like the first time I told John, like, hey, read the Lord of the Rings, just at least try it out. And he's like, all right. He reads the Fellowship of the Ring. He goes, I couldn't even get like through the first chapter, like the first few pages, where and he says like where they're talking about hobbits and shit. And I was like, wait, you didn't even get to the story. Like you were literally reading concerning hobbits. It's like it's like 13 pages or so,
Ugh.
just giving you like
A history.
a history basically of like the hobbits and like the different families that interact with Bilbo and all that kind of shit.
And damn Bobby bang Darla.
Exactly.
Darla bang Bobby.
But he was like, oh man, it's so much detail, and I was like, you haven't even read the story, like it gets. But then I told him, I was like, but you read Game of Thrones, and I couldn't get through the first 2 chapters of Game of Thrones because this guy is fucking describing like how the stitching on a quilt looks. I'm done. I can't fucking do this.
You know who's really bad at that?
Uh,
I keep hearing a lot of shit, like a lot of stuff is influenced by H.P. Lovecraft.
yes.
And so I decided to read up on some of the stuff,
Mhm.
and I'm not done with Call of Cthulhu, but
Yeah.
I got done with Dunwich Horror.
Okay.
Now, fucking talk about someone who
Yeah.
he's super wordy. It's a lot of description
Mhm.
with a whole bunch of words that I don't barely hear
Mhm.
as much anymore.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Because it's like the fucking 20s.
He's explaining like in first person. It's always through conversations or
Mhm.
letters.
Yeah.
And there's barely any action. In Dunwich Horror,
Mhm.
it finally gets to action, but the action's like super quick. Even though it's like super big
Oh.
and it's a big thing,
Mhm.
it's like super just like brushed aside.
So
Well,
it's like
super
it's
light.
like the
Yeah.
fight in Twilight with the
Almost
Well,
vampires.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah, because like what H.P. Lovecraft does is like he's very good about building a world and like
Yeah.
making you understand that. But when it gets to the monsters, what he does with the monsters is like quickly brush over and be like, should look into like the maw of this great beast,
Oh,
or
yeah,
to
it's
drive
like-
someone insane.
It would drive someone insane. Merely describing it would be some type of like
That sounds to me
horrific,
like
disgusting configurements or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But I will say this. Even though I was like, oh man, I'm kind of slightly bored,
Mhm.
nor do I might like I understood what's going on, but I
Mhm.
felt like I was slightly bored, and I was like, I don't see how this is fucking scary.
Yeah.
I think like I was listening to a little bit of it,
Mhm.
and I was like walking out this fucking driveway, and
Mhm.
just it all being dark, I was like, all right, I'm a little creeped out because they got to the part where it was describing one of the dudes and how
Mhm.
like he's one of the other monsters, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I was like, it does have its effect. I was like, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
you got
like-
the
He turned on the flashlight from his phone. He's like, I'm cool.
Yeah, Lovecraft is really weird like that. Like but I do tend to like a lot of his shit.
Is that why a bunch
Because
of
of
the
that kind of
readers
stuff.
fucking read it at nighttime or around dusk? So they can
No,
just go
I was listening to mine like early in the morning.
Mhm.
Oh.
It just took me a while to
This is
get
where it's
to
nice
this
and
point
dark.
for a day. But yeah, like after a while, it does set a tone, and I would say I was generally creeped out by it.
Yeah.
So it did its job.
Yeah, but I mean, there's just like
Is this reading or audio?
you can do both.
No, I want to know if...
Oh, for him?
Yeah.
It was a little bit of reading.
A little bit
A
of
little
reading.
reading.
Yeah.
It's
Not
Call
audio.
of Cthulhu was his audiobook right now.
Mm.
But the guy, some people do it badass,
Mhm.
and other people just like the Call of Cthulhu one.
Yeah.
there's
I want to
just
see Gilbert
super-
Godfrey doing Call of
it's
Cthulhu.
Super fucking like just monotone.
Mhm.
Even like the cool parts,
Mhm.
it's like Cthulhu was hanging out and sleeping and eating children or some shit like that. I'm just
Well, don't they
And I was
have
like,
to set up
alright,
the mood though
come
with the book?
Mhm.
we're getting to
Okay.
the good part.
So what's
But-
he doing? he pulled out his...
Just fast forward, dude. Just flip a couple pages.
No,
Nah.
that's just the way the guy was talking.
Yeah.
But
whipped out his monstrous cock that could not be seen by mere man. And shit like that.
I'm in it. I'm in.
And you're like, cool. It's like...
Women's pus pungulated.
I like the alliteration.
Is that a word?
And even standalone series are hard to get if you don't know like backstory of the world and stuff like that.
Women wanted him.
Well, the cool thing about, like-
to be.
Like John, he
Mhm.
gave me the first
Crabs.
book of the Warhammer for Harlequins.
Yeah.
He's like, here, it's a standalone story. You could
Mhm.
start reading it.
Yeah.
And I started reading it. I gave it a couple of chapters, and he's describing people from the elves
Mhm.
and people from the Marines,
Mhm.
and I didn't know who they were.
Yeah.
So I was lost the whole time to the point I put it down. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know who these characters are.
I think it was an older book, like there, especially like with Warhammer kind of stuff. I've noticed that like anything pre what they did Horus Heresy, because Horus Heresy is like this one big overarching story where different writers plug in wherever they want. Anything before that is standalone, and they kind of treated it as like do whatever you want, just stay within these lines, and
Yeah, it's like-
it didn't really mesh with
it's
anything
branches
that you
of a
read
big
before.
tree.
But with the older ones, they were like more loose, and the editing was just bad on them, I think.
Yeah, 'cause it sounds. I mean, I was intrigued by the Harlequin
Mhm.
stuff, but I couldn't get past not knowing like some of the key characters, and the stuff with the hell elves and marines and shit. I was like, nah, I can't read this.
I got you.
So that reminds me. Remember that night y'all were talking about Horus, and I was like, oh man, this actually sounds pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
The following day in the morning at work, I fucking downloaded the fucking.
One of the
I guess
books.
it was one of the books, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was listening to it, and I was like, okay, this ain't bad.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it was talking about it was after Horus Heresy. It was like something Butcher, forgot what. But all I know is like they were speaking about after the Heresy or before Horus did his big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they were still kind of looking for him or some shit like that. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, I get what is going on here, but this isn't what I want to hear. Granted, I could have listened to it even more without actually knowing everybody's. They were just describing everybody's names, and I was like,
you wanted the
I feel like who this is. No, the thing is, I want to see what Horus did because fucking John, you, and Roman here talk about it so much to where I feel. It's fine. I was like, you know what? It sounds interesting enough, and it was to a point where, I could listen to whatever story, and I kind of got the gist of whatever was going on. So
they were talking about how the betrayal and all that shit, the 30K stuff.
Some stuff like that, and I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. But I just really wanted to hear about certain things that Horus did that you described, and I was like, I'll skip around from here and there. Couldn't find it because Spotify doesn't. It's not Audible. So I was just like, find what I can. And next thing I know, I'm fucking listening to some fucking music. Some Warhammer music was just like a bunch of like drums banging and horns and shit. And I was like, and I was like, okay, this ain't bad. I mean, I could probably. I felt like maybe I could listen to that one time where I'm jacking off and it sounds like it's fucking
epic.
Yeah. That's where my brain went to. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna jerk off to this.
Well, speaking of epic, I did beat God of War finally today. Finally.
How long has it been out?
Probably a month.
Isn't that old news? Is it build up to the next game?
Yes and no.
Does Kratos die?
No.
Oh.
Does boy die?
No.
Yes and no.
Does boy become Kratos?
Spoilers. All right. So we already fucked. So if anybody plays and didn't finish, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Nate.
Nate's
be like, man.
It's like, I finished the game like fucking 2 weeks.
Yeah, I wanted to text him because when I finished it, I was like, "Did you fucking finish God of War?"
Dude. ...
It does end on
no.
Because
B+.
The whole thing is you just try to go to the highest peak of Jordanhelm, I believe it's called, the realm of the giants, so that you can spread the Kratos' wife's ashes.
She was a giant?
That's the whole thing.
Oh, she was a giant pussy.
Is that eventually you figure out at the very end of the game, right before you're gonna spread her ashes, the kid touches like the wall in one of the halls, and it starts reacting, and it starts telling you all these things. So apparently, his wife was a giant, and this was all preordained. Like him being the kid being, and who the kid is.
He's Hercules. Fucking you.
No, what god is
Hercules is
God,
dead.
Half god.
Huh?
Kratos killed Hercules in the third game.
That's right.
He bashed his face in. So it was just like a fucking.
I think Kratos killed all of the big name gods, even the dude who holds the world up, right?
Atlas, yeah. Yeah, he killed the
whole pantheon.
He killed them all, but the world got better.
So his son is half god, half giant.
Yeah, you can't trust the Greek anyway. They fucking went into bankruptcy.
Come on, it's super easy.
Half giant, half god.
Half giant in Norse mythology, super easy. He's Loki.
Oh, okay.
That's apparently his what it was the name that his
Kratos
mom.
Zeus? Oh no, because Loki's adopted.
Yeah, well, that the whole thing is that like his wife wanted to call him Loki, but Kratos named him.
Boy.
What is his name?
Artemis or some shit like that.
Articulate.
No.
Atreus.
Atreus.
Oh, he gave him a Greek name.
Yeah. Well, and then he explains the reason why he gave him that name, and it was really cool.
Wasn't it his first son's name?
No,
Oh.
like he had a daughter.
Oh, that's right.
So basically, you just spread the ashes, and that's pretty much the end of the game. Like everything that happens is just to get you like from point A to point B.
Mm-hmm.
So while that happens, you figure out all that kind of stuff.
The moms of
Kratos
Frost
sees something like in the preordained kind of things. He sees something where the kid is like being taken over by like spirits or something, and that Kratos is dead. So that could eventually be where Atreus becomes a man and Kratos is dead. So then Atreus would be the god of war.
Well, I mean, I can
and he
see
gets
that because
his
he's
spell
Loki,
skin.
then he causes Ragnarok.
Yeah, exactly. So it could be like a whole. They're setting up things because the director of the game said he has ideas for at least 5 God of War games.
That might be
He
too much.
he doesn't say it's gonna be that. He just says he has these ideas. So it's just something to think
Real
about.
quick, the guy that you fight in that thing turns out to be Thor.
No, that turns out to be Baldur.
Ah, the hunter guy.
Mhm.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Well, the whole thing with him is he is Thor and Freya's son, and Freya is the leader of the Valkyries.
Yeah.
So that's one storyline. So you end up spoilers. You don't fucking know this. You end up killing Baldur.
All right.
You end up just fucking snapping his neck in front of his mom. Cause like he's about to kill Freya, and Freya's like, "If this is gonna make you happy, go ahead and kill me." And then he's like choking her out, and then Kratos just comes up behind him, just fucking has him in a sleeper hold, and he goes, "No, we need to be better," and he just fucking snaps his neck. And then Freya's like, "You don't even know what the fuck like." You don't even know what you just fucking did. Like
fuck you, and he
it
like
doesn't
snaps
matter
your neck.
what realm you go to. I am gonna fucking kill you. So Kratos is like, that's what happened. Whatever happens, happens there. And then, but one of the cool things is why he names him Atreus is like Atreus was like the best warrior that Kratos ever knew. He was the guy that like was. They're all, of course, all like
Spartan.
they're all Spartans. They're all fucking fantastic warriors. But he was the one that like reveled in it and also was thinking about the future and like go home to your wife and kids. Go ahead and like making everybody just like think more than just the battlefield. And that's why he held what is it, Atreus as such a in such high regard, and he gave it to his son.
Oh,
So it's a really cool
that's
like
nice.
it and the whole thing is like throughout the whole thing he's always calling him boy, but at the very end he calls him son.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's a secret ending if you don't know this.
Where they meet Leonidas.
Well, what happens is that during that thing he says, "Let's go home." There's credits that are passing by while he's telling you that story. You have to actually go back to your house and then go inside your house, go to sleep. And when you go to sleep, it gives you another cutscene. It says many years later. And then they wake up and there's thunder and you're like, what the fuck? And fucking Kratos grabs his axe. He's like, come on, fucking son, we're going to do some shit. We're going to figure out what the fuck it is. And then you just see like this robed figure. And you only see like one shining eye. And I was like, no fucking shit. Is that Odin?
Probably.
He fucking whips his fucking, cape back.
Uh-huh.
And you just see lightning from his fingertips and a hammer.
Oh, so it's Thor.
So Thor's going to be in the next one at least.
Thor with one eye, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So Thor Odinson.
Mm-hmm. Odinson.
Odinson.
So it's a really cool game. I'm no fucking game critic or anything, but it is probably my favorite game.
You give it a 5 out of 5?
Fucking 10 out of 10.
So for me, it's a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a really good story.
Would you say it has a good amount of replay ability?
Yes, because there's different islands. There's like the Lake of Nine. There's different dragons that you can free that give you different rewards. There is the 9 Valkyries that eventually lead to something else. So you have to kill 9 Valkyries. You can get the final upgrade for your Blades of Chaos because you don't only have the Leviathan Axe, you also have your old Blades of Chaos.
Oh, nice.
So
I thought those were bound to him.
yeah,
I thought
well
you could never get rid of them.
at the end of the third one, they fall off of him. He lets go of them, but he still keeps them. So that's another really cool moment in there because his son's dying and he's like, fuck. Freya says like, hey, I can save him, but you have to go to Helheim. You got to go to Hell and you got to get me something, a specific like a heart of the troll or whatever that the giant that lets the dead pass into Helheim. So with that, she says like your Leviathan axe will do nothing there. It's shit. Like you can't use it. So she's like, I have something. Just wait here. So he goes back to the house, and underneath like the floorboard, you just see like a thing, and it has like some like kind of Greek kind of stylings, and then you uncover your Blades of Chaos.
Nice.
And when that happened, I lost my shit because I was always a big God of War fan. Everybody fucking knew that. So now this one kind of grew up with me, especially like how I like storytelling. It grew up with me, and that's why it's like a 10 out of 10.
Sounds like a good game.
It is a very good game.
Once. Maybe in the future.
Hey, but you got back into Destiny 2.
I did get back into Destiny 2 as well. The Warmind update gave me some good PvP stuff, and
I'm almost done with the game.
no, you're not.
Yeah.
What level are you?
15.
I think you have
14.
to.
14?
I think you have to get to level 17 before you can do the last mission. I think.
So. Yeah, that'd be easy.
So
No.
hopefully you can fucking do that and get the DLCs again.
Because the fucking James have been playing fighting games a lot more now.
Well, because of James.
Shouts out to James.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
then,
Seeker Gaming.
Yeah. Also check out his YouTube and his Twitch. It's Verse Seeker Gaming.
Yes, Seeker Gaming.
Yeah.
Oh, like the Pokemon card.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
And, I know Tuesday the anniversary thing comes out for the Street Fighter.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
all Street Fighter games.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that one.
I don't know if I'm gonna get it right away, but I do want
And
it.
then you have Cross Tag something Blaze Blue.
Crossfire.
We have all of the fighting
Why
games.
don't
So
you
fighting
get caught
games
up
is
in the...
Yeah,
pretty
Combo
shit.
Breaker was this weekend
Yeah, I
too.
was watching Top 8 Dragon Ball before we started recording.
I was watching. I watched Top 8 or Grand Finals for Killer Instinct. God, every time I see Killer Instinct, I want to play it,
It's such a good game
but I fucking can't play it.
because it's an Xbox game.
Well, that too, but I mean, just like the mechanics of it,
Why not? It's simple.
because there's auto doubles. So like, I have to like, I just didn't spend enough time with that game. Auto doubles is where you press a button once and it's gonna give you 2 hits.
Okay.
It's like you press it twice by just pressing it once. So it's built into the mechanics of the game, but you can overwrite that by doing manuals, which are linking buttons that actually
Button smash.
no,
Yeah.
but you can button smash.
Hell yeah.
But like it's just there's a lot of
That's the best kind of game when you can button smash.
yeah. That's why I don't. That's why I haven't played much Dragon Ball Fighters.
Because it's
'Cause-
all,
Rules don't apply when you button smash, bro.
I don't know. I felt good playing fighting games again.
It did. I mean, just like that one week where James stopped by and y'all were playing Street Fighter, I was like, damn, I should probably get into Street Fighter because he's the only one that's offering some kind of challenge. Fucking, I've beat Eric and Tony so many times it doesn't even matter anymore.
I've won a couple.
You know what's funny though?
Your
We
mama.
by Friday,
Mhm.
and we were playing Tekken. And yeah, he had a pretty good roll.
Mhm.
I mean, I beat him a couple of times.
Mhm.
He's like those ones. He's like, I think it was for every 10 he beat me. I beat him once.
Okay.
He's like, is that one that hurts the most?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm cool with losing 10. He's like, I got that one.
That's that fighting spirit, bro.
The best one was the first match we played.
Mhm.
I won it 2-0. Woo! He got pissed.
He did, and I can see why. But and
Shat talk like crazy.
it wasn't true Tekken. I told you why.
Yeah.
Because True Tekken is 3 rounds instead of 2.
Oh, yeah, the 3 out of 5.
Yeah, you need the 3 out of
Well,
5.
I mean, even Mark knows that it doesn't matter. Like, Eric's beating him, I
Once
think,
you
once
get
in
that
Smash.
first win,
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
Oh,
Just like,
Oh, yeah,
just
like
like, just
Pokken.
like, just like Pokken.
Yeah.
Don't get me don't get me wrong.
I recall Pokken.
Every game that we've played at game night, like an actual like board game, I've actually won the first game, and that's all that matters to me.
Except for Smash. I don't know what it is about Mark and Smash. It's like, no one's going to beat me.
Oh, you know what, dude? I got something we can play.
I'm like that retarded savant.
You're a Rain Man.
But, yeah.
What you got?
There's like this game called Brawlhalla that I downloaded. You can do multiple players, but it's pretty much kind of like the Super Smash Bros. Setup. Where now it's like different characters like across the board, kind of like a Greek thing.
Okay.
I saw on I turned on my PS4 one day, and I saw I saw your tag and it says played Brawlhalla for the first time. I was like, how does he know about Brawlhalla? Because I barely knew about it, and I listened to like games, like podcasts and shit like that.
Funny you should say. You should ask. I was using Tony's PS4,
Uh huh.
and I tried to upload
Porn.
my gamer tag into it, or my file into his PS4.
Yeah.
Because everybody was leaving, and they're like, we don't want you to stay in your room playing Monster Hunter because you can't hear shit. So I was like,
Yeah.
fine, I'll play here with the door open so I
Yeah.
can see it shit.
Mm-hmm.
That way, if I get robbed or whatever, I can at least see it coming.
Mm-hmm.
Because I ain't gonna do shit. Be like, take what you want. Just make sure you close the door and don't let the fucking dogs out.
Man, fuck you, dog, and then he erases your save. Kill me.
You
Why?
piece of shit.
Your mother ain't shit.
Fucking big lip.
All right. Well, fucking.
Anyway.
How did you find Brawlhalla?
I was looking for themes because I was a little jelly that Tony's got the I forgot what theme he has.
I have a couple. I have.
The Marvel Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom,
yeah.
and then before that we had the Destiny one.
Yeah.
And before
sounds
I had
like-
the Street Fighter one. Yeah,
The Destiny one.
Yeah.
So then I was like, man, I want a fucking theme on my thing on
Mhm.
my PS4. It looks basic. It just looks sad.
Yeah.
So I started going in the PlayStation
So
store.
basic.
I went through the PlayStation store, and it was
Yeah.
just one of those things. And I was like, huh. And I looked at it, just quick little
Mhm.
the little screenshots, and I was like, it kind of looks like Smash because the fucking stages kind of look like it.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I'll download this on my computer
Mhm.
on my PS4.
Mhm.
So I just did, and I got a bunch of fucking themes. Got Iori and
Ooh, nice.
Kyo.
Wait,
Kings
did
of Fighter
you
Night.
paid for him?
Nope, free.
All right. Good man.
So
Good.
that's
man.
when I played it. I downloaded it, and I was like, I gotta be at work in like 5 hours. I'm gonna play till 2.
Oh man, games do that to you. They fucking consume you.
pretty
Next
cool.
time you realize the hours are done, the day is done.
You know what's very surprising? Before I came here, John called me. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm playing fucking God of War. Leave me alone." And he goes, "Have you played Fortnite?" And I was like, "No, I have it on it. My sister-in-law plays, but I don't." And he's like, "Dude, I'm gonna go get something to eat, and we're gonna play Fortnite." And I was like, "I guess."
You want to get on the Fortnite kick because of the homies from HEB?
Exactly.
Mhm.
And he did. And then he roped me into it. And at first I was like, fuck, man, I don't want to play this game. I fucking suck at third person. I don't want to fucking do this. After a while, me and him got to at least third place, just doing squads, which is 4 people. So it was me, John, and 2 randos. And we made it to third place. And I was like, damn, I kind of like this game.
It's Minecraft and Call of Duty put together.
I played PUBG,
Yeah.
and that was alright.
PUBG's I think PUBG's a way better game than Fortnite, but they say Fortnite's easier to play, and I just don't like the graphics in it. Like I said, it's Minecraft meets Call of Duty.
I seen some Fortnite play, and I kind of like the graphics on it. The only thing I hate about PUBG is the traveling, how big the map is.
I mean,
I don't
Fortnite
know
is
if Fortnite's the same way, but
Fortnite is basically the same thing. The biggest difference between the two is that there is a building aspect that makes Fortnite, to me, better. Because PUBG is basically Call of Duty.
Yeah,
it's the third person. Remember when Call of Duty had third person?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're just playing that, and all you're doing is killing people, trying to upgrade your stuff, whatever, what have you. The thing about Fortnite that adds it differently is the fact that you have to like axe down trees and different resources, and then you can start building walls. So you
He
can.
works in now. He's like, you come Minecraft and
So basically, what you do is you.
He's just gonna find a corner. He's like, leave me alone. I'm building.
I mean, you can play the PvE side, which is basically like a horde mode, where you're gathering resources, making your like township, basically your base, and you're fighting against like alien zombie hybrid things.
Mark makes the ultimate base and don't walk in and just like, alright, it's some now.
So, but like for the
He's inside playing a video game.
for the PvP side, that's the biggest thing is there's a building aspect, and I actually like the building aspect more than just the shooting part. Plus, I've seen both, and from what I've played for Fortnite, the actual shooting mechanics are very smooth. PUBG, every time I look at it, it's always glitching, no matter what fucking thing they're using, if it's PC or Xbox.
I used it on my cell phone.
That's another thing, is that I have Fortnite on my cell phone, never played it. So that's
Cell phone?
it's on a cell phone.
Apple.
Yeah. It's gonna be on Android too, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna get even bigger because celebrities started playing.
Yeah.
Like Drake and all them made
A lot of people are fucking
Fortnite,
Twitching.
yeah.
I'm surprised because celebrities are people too. I would figure they would play stuff too. That would
But you know how it is, right? With fanships and shit, you see your celebrity playing, and you're like, I'm gonna play it too.
I guess that's the same equivalent when I drive in nice neighborhoods and they don't believe in fucking
Curtain?
Blocks.
they don't believe in blinds or curtains, and you see them in there like hanging out. I'm like, man, that's fucked up.
That's what a family looks like.
Yeah. That's fucked up. They watch TV just like me. It's fucked up. They walk around their house. I mean, if I had a house, I won't get it. It's like normal people shit.
Well, isn't that the same
But then you start getting fucking like, I think I could rob them.
A little bit. So
Exactly.
it's gonna go true. So the other day, driving around, decided to go antiquing because we haven't done that in a while. This was kind of cool. But we went too late, and for some reason, all the antique shops close at 5
Yeah.
or 4.
Because they're owned by
Yeah.
people.
No, I get that, but I would think these businesses, especially on a fucking Saturday, would need the money.
They don't fucking care.
Yeah, really, for real.
They're living off of retirement. This is a passion.
Oh, okay.
This is a passion project, baby.
It's a hobby, an expensive hobby.
I mean,
So,
Like-
so they make rent like of one piece and coast.
we found a chair for $9 and it was 25% off. So,
Hey,
I mean,
fucking applaud you right
but,
there.
Yeah.
Your inner Indian's happy about it.
So
Because I won't say it was a Jew.
yeah, because then I'd be like, oh, you can't do this any lower.
We're non-profit.
Not enough profit. So
That's a story for another time.
As we're driving around and all them clothes, I'm like, what the fuck? These people, no wonder these things go out of business so quickly.
He was being all snooty real quick. He's
Yeah,
like,
very.
fuck these places.
So as we're driving, just like we're driving, and then somehow we make it into the more nice neighborhoods because like Alamo Heights is not too far from there,
Okay.
and they have the gated communities. Well, you kind of drive behind people. And when they go into those fucking gated communities, I'm like, boom, we're gonna bust a fucking sneak and go into like these really ass nice houses like the Dominions and shit.
Do they have garage sales over there?
I didn't see anyone, but I mean, I'm sure they would.
No, they just
they
just burn it.
Yeah.
They burn it.
So out of four townhouses / apartments, we were able to get into 3 of them, like no business.
You walked in on them?
No, we drove in. We drove into the townhouses, the fucking real nice ones too. We found this one over there by Nacogdoches where it's like this townhouse where I took a wrong turn, but it's like dead end. And I was like, I'll just turn around at the dead end. At the dead end is this fucking like community home. And somehow like the gate was closing, but I drove up right to it Instead of closing, it fucking
I'm
opened.
just like,
Yeah, and
It's
I was
a
like,
sign.
It's a sign from God.
I
I'm
was like-
supposed to be here.
let's go fucking check it out. You drive in, and they're pretty nice houses. They're really nice houses. And in the middle, they fucking built this man-made lake. And so you have all these houses like lake fucking side view.
they have fucking water property.
Yeah.
Fucking
It
assholes.
looked fucking good. We even saw one where it was like, we're selling this house. It's like, how the fuck would you sell this house in a fucking gated community? How would people know about it?
There's websites for
Yeah.
only the elite.
Yeah, but how would you know about it?
No, there's
Hey,
Realtors.
realtors.
yeah. When you're that fucking high up on the food chain, you get you the best realtors. They get you the good shit.
Yeah. So we found one and saw one where it was like the mortgage would be like $700 a month, and I was like, damn, that's pretty fucking good.
Me, her,
maybe
the dudes.
maybe there's something to this fucking buying a house kind of shit.
Maybe I don't have to fucking rent my whole life.
Yeah. And even like the super nice place, like mortgage $1,200. And I was like, wasn't your sister paying like $1,000 and some
For that-
change
For an apartment?
An apartment? She's like, yeah. And I was like, could have fucking lived in this big ass nice man.
Look at this.
It's just fucking up. Why don't you do it, huh?
She has a house now, so.
Oh yeah.
She don't give a fuck.
So I was just like,
She learned her lesson.
He's like,
how do you get?
he
how do
was
you
all
get
like,
to this-
could be a better house.
how can we get into this whole getting in the house game? How do you do that?
Money,
Money.
credit.
That's the one thing I lack.
Money, credit, willing.
You know, not spending your money on Warhammer toys.
Fun fact: I rarely spent any money on this.
Oh, that's all hustle.
Huh?
That's all
More or
hustle.
less. More or less.
Yeah.
Tradesies.
Hey, dude, I was having fun
Yeah,
playing.
tons of tradesies.
I was telling Mark I was having fun actually putting Warhammer figures together.
Nice. What were you putting together?
The Blood Bowl stuff.
Oh, okay, cool.
I finished the Orc Squad. I was like, yeah, this is pretty fun. Because they're easy build, clickable things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was like, I was enjoying it. Put some music on and started making little figures.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started making, bead jiggery. Yep. That's what I started doing.
Fair enough.
But
I was gonna say, speaking of Drake, when we were talking about Fortnite, has anybody listened to that Pusha T diss track he made? That
No.
Doopy freestyle?
Mm-mm.
It's good.
it's all over the internet. You know what's all over the internet too? Will Smith made a new song. He's back in the music
He
game.
made a small freestyle also.
No, he made a new song with
Jamie Foxx.
No, the dude
Fatty
from-
Wap.
The dude from reggaeton. What's his
Oh, it's
name?
like
Nick Jam.
Daddy Yankee.
It's like fucking
It's-
Jamie Foxx
it's,
is trying to sing.
Calle
it.
13.
It's Nicky Jam and Will Smith, and it's the song for the soccer games.
The soccer game.
I'm not sure what that
Oh,
means.
like the FIFA game?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
okay.
World Cup?
I think it's World Cup or something like that.
Hey,
I don't know,
Will
I was listening to
Smith,
this- it's actually a
World
good song.
Cup.
Ah, sick.
It's a good song though.
You know what I realized? I am not on the internet as much as I think I am, and I'm kind of happy about it.
You're on the internet constantly, but the thing is, you're in it for titties
Yes.
or
Well,
nerd stuff.
I'm on Reddit. Like
Me too.
that.
Reddit,
that's
Reddit's
the-
home of the titties
That's
now.
that's where my that's where my fucking perv comes out. But other than that, and I only do that when I'm really bored. So that's why I started looking at it when we were making the characters for D&D. No, more news on that soon. But
See, the thing is, the reason you're on the internet. I mean, you don't like celebrities.
No.
You don't like movies.
No.
You don't like TV shows.
No.
You don't like manga or
No.
anime. All right. You like some comics. You follow some of the readers.
No.
Some of the writers.
No.
No. So you don't follow.
He doesn't
any of the
care
comics.
for opinions of other people.
yeah,
You
I
don't
hate
care
other
if
people.
about the musicians you like
Nah.
and stuff like that. So that's most of the reason people are on the internet.
Mhm.
Being apart from watching dumb videos on YouTube or music videos on YouTube. So you're on the other end of the spectrum of why you're on the internet, and it's titties, porn.
Damn, bro.
Yeah,
You say
dude.
you're on the spectrum.
You're on the
Hey,
spectrum.
hey! You're probably right.
See, I like watching cooking stuff and
Gossips.
how to DIY stuff
Girl stuff.
and
You home ec bitch.
and the celebrity stuff because I want to know who's making like new music or new movies and shit like that.
Oh, makes sense.
No cummies for me.
No
But you see, if you put all the time you're actually watching porn
Mm-hmm.
or on Reddit
Uh-huh.
or getting your perv on,
Mm-hmm.
it's a big time you're on the internet.
Not
but you're
really.
not on the internet for the people.
Nope.
The reason people are doing it.
I literally watch porn. I'm gonna be real with you. Probably like 2 times a day at max, right?
Mm.
And that's usually, fucking saying it, it's like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
And
but
then
isn't Spotify and Audible part of the internet too?
no,
Those are
because
music.
But wouldn't work without the internet.
no, but
Well,
here,
technically, you're getting your stuff from the internet.
Mhm.
Yes, but you're not surfing the internet.
Oh,
and here's the thing
Do you
that
still
that
say that? Surf the internet?
I
I
think
don't know, but I'm bringing it back.
yeah, fuck, we're gonna make it happen. Fetch
you,
happen.
You don't watch
Um,
Warhammer videos.
I mean sometimes,
Mm.
but here's the thing, like my amount on the internet and like social medias, I'm literally on Instagram, like for like 3 minutes and then I'm done.
Because you don't care how people live their lives.
Because I don't care. But if you post anything, just put it out there. You post anything, you're gonna get a heart because I don't really care.
You just double tap everything.
Yeah, just like boom, boom. I don't even care what it is. It could be almost anything. I'm
It's
fucking.
an advertisement.
I'm feeding that beast. But I'm on the internet. I would say out of a 24-hour day, I'm on it maybe like 2 hours a day, at max.
And Max.
But I am playing like video games and things like every night. Like I'm just at least playing like something to check out of my head.
I mean, we watch Netflix, and that's part of the internet now.
So, I guess then it would go up. It would probably go up to like maybe like 5 hours.
I see. I think stuff like Audible, Spotify, Netflix.
I wouldn't consider that anyway.
Well, the
But
thing
you can't use them without the internet, though.
no, I download albums on Spotify and I just put everything on shuffle
But you
play.
have to be connected to download the album, don't you?
Yeah, but that literally takes a minute and then I'm
I
done.
think I
You
consider,
know, I never did that. I pay for Spotify and never download albums.
Then you're
I
not.
always
Then
do
you're.
the whole thing.
I've
Then
downloaded
you're
all
fucking
the,
up.
I've downloaded a good amount of albums.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
See,
And
'cause I
then
see-
with
I see-
Netflix, you could download Netflix on your phone, so you could watch it offline.
Yeah,
See,
that's what
see-
I do.
I see no difference of downloading the album and streaming
Mm-hmm.
because I have unlimited shit on my cell phone. So
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
For me, like I only have 10 gigs, so like I do everything in the morning. Like there's a whole bunch of podcasts. I'll download all those podcasts in the morning, so that I have
Wi-Fi.
listening on Wi-Fi. And it's the same thing with like almost everything else.
Yeah.
Audible, I'll download the book, and then every time I listen to that or Spotify, I'll just turn off my phone because
Yeah, and
no
most
one's
of-
fucking calling me. I don't
Most,
care.
most of the video games I play, I can't do like the whole lab thing. Can't do it. So I like playing online, even if it is crappy connections and shit. But I guess you're right. I mean, my nieces and nephews, they're shit. They wake up with the internet and go to sleep with the internet.
YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is.
I spend a good amount of time on the internet, even at work. I'm there on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck it.
What about you, Mark?
I'm
How
more
much are you
on
connected?
YouTube, but that's just kind of background noise.
But it's constantly playing, no?
More or less.
Yeah.
More or less. It's more YouTube videos. The only time I actually go on Reddit now, with the whole Warhammer stuff, that's kind of engulfed a good chunk of it.
Mm-hmm.
Even my Facebook feed is more Warhammer.
Yeah.
I barely use Instagram like at all. I think I just reopened it not too long ago.
Mhm.
But that's only because I got logged out of Facebook. Because apparently a few years back I sent someone a happy birthday thing with a bunch of penises.
Okay.
So they finally caught on to that.
Mhm.
And they're like, we need you to look at this and stop doing this.
Hey.
Stop what
More
you're
just-
doing.
Yeah, this is a warning. And then they relogged me, but then that somehow connected to my Instagram.
Okay.
So I was like, I guess. So I looked at it a couple of times.
Mhm.
And that's now just Warhammer stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's between Warhammer, I use the Warhammer stuff and the Pokemon stuff to trade for other people.
Oh,
So
okay.
You're doing the online marketing stuff.
I've noticed I really enjoy trading online. Like
You're-
that,
you're-
for some reason that fills me with
Mhm.
some type of enjoyment.
You're fucking online commerce.
Pretty much, more or less.
Fair enough.
that.
See, I think that's what the internet becomes. It becomes what you like doing your hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's work.
I can.
Unless it's work, you're gonna be on it for work. But
Yeah,
internet's
of course.
your hobbies.
Agree.
Yeah. So
And it
mostly
all
that's-
depends on on your payment plan, how much you have to stream and
Yeah.
download and shit.
But it also depends on your interests, because sometimes your interests may not be there may not be a lot of news concerning your interests, so you're just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah, like for
I mean-
new stuff, I check whatever's trending or anything that's popping up.
Mhm.
It's like 10 minutes. All right, you scroll.
Mhm.
Nothing good comes out.
Yep.
Turn it off.
Mhm.
And YouTube videos, it's like Mark. It becomes background noise of
Yep.
DIY stuff.
Mm-hmm. I can understand that.
Reddit's cool. For some of the weird stuff,
Mhm.
I started doing Reddit because I joined something called the Whiskey Tribe.
Okay.
It's a online community for people who like cigars and whiskeys.
Mhm.
And they're like, oh, you want to get to know more of the whiskeys and stuff. Like Japan's closing their whiskeys, the
Distilleries.
And
They said they're
was-
closing.
Yeah, they're closing their distilleries. Two of the big twos
What?
of the big four.
Why is that?
Because people started drinking less whiskey and they started drinking more vodka, and they thought they were gonna sell out.
Mhm.
So they put in this plan where they're just gonna brew for this time and take a break, and that was gonna be it.
Mhm.
So what happens is that time came, they were making big money, but they already had signed contract that this is where it ends. I think it's more of a advertisement thing to jack up the price, because a bottle of the whiskey from that company, I had bought one, remember?
That's what's happening to tequila.
Right.
People are drinking way too much of it, and they can't grow the plants as much. So.
Yeah.
They got it.
So I bought a whiskey bottle for my brother's, I forgot, a couple years back for his birthday.
Mhm.
It was like around $40.
Mhm.
Right, that same bottle now costs $120 because it's not gonna be sold no more.
Fair enough.
And the thing is, I think that's what it is. It's
Mhm.
just like, let's get more money for the company, and they'll
Yeah.
be like, then it's like, oh guys, we fixed the contract, we're back.
Mhm.
You guys could go and get yourself.
Yeah,
$30.
because
For goodness,
But meanwhile,
we
meanwhile,
was short-sighted.
meanwhile, the whiskey drinkers and the connoisseurs and everybody that does anything on whiskey is going crazy for all the Japanese whiskey, because they're trying to make sure, because they even said they're going to stop processing out of Japan, so America and Europe and all them are not going to be able to get it no more.
USA, USA, USA.
Keep Japan thirsty.
And I heard about that tequila stuff where they're like, guys, stop consuming so much. Go back to vodka. Vodka's good.
I mean, yeah, like the agave plant's like almost like a cactus, right? So
Mhm.
it takes time.
It takes time.
Yeah.
It's now just to keep up with productions, like the stuff they use is not matured enough, so it just keeps.
Because a mature agave plant
Yeah.
is about 6 feet high. It's about the size of a
It's like a,
almost.
it's like
It
a
almost
fucking tree.
doubles an adult male, like a 5-foot male.
Yeah.
Those things are fucking huge,
yeah, but how long
dude.
does it take to grow that?
Fucking
years.
years.
So
they have
At
to-
least
Yeah,
10
so
years or so.
Yeah, instead of full maturity, they have to do it to the point where like it does the job.
Yeah.
But then they plant the other ones, and those take even longer. So eventually, they're gonna.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact that you have
Then all these new companies start
a
opening.
super big amount of tequila distributors. Because
Yeah.
you even got a couple celebrities doing
I
it.
wonder
think
when
Paul
that's-
Rudd has his own.
Really.
I know a lot of the
think
hip hop
so.
people have their own whiskey brands now.
Oh,
Drake
okay.
has
okay.
Drake has their whiskey, dude. It's not good.
It's great.
So
It's
I
trash.
did this
Huh?
thing.
It's
where-
trash. Like his
sweet,
music.
It's like sweet, like really sweet.
It's definitely meant for like basic lonely girls.
I did
That's say
this,
they like
I did
whiskey.
this thing for this internet bullshit thing where they take surveys
Yeah.
for swag bucks or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you do surveys, and you get like
Is
fake
that-
money, and you can turn into real money.
I
Whatever.
tried doing that as a profession.
Yeah, you gotta really.
You,
apply
you have to
yourself.
do a whole bunch of them
Yeah.
for it to
For it
become,
to-
those
yeah.
cents become dollars and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, they give you like pennies or whatever.
Yeah.
You turn it into dollars.
And
Well, I
then they're
did-
like, would you like a gift card? So instead of money, he's like, no, the money. Oh, you have to do another 50 surveys. I was like,
Well,
alright.
you could do You could get PayPal gift cards
Yeah.
and then just transfer it over to your bank.
Mm.
So anyway, I did this one where you watched a video and you just did a survey, and it was for like a vodka or whatever, and it had P Diddy or whatever the fuck he calls himself.
Okay.
Where it's like, how'd you like this? I was like, I didn't like it. It's like, what did this advertisement?
Advertisement?
Yeah, what is it? What do you get from it? I was like, P Diddy drinks. It's like, would you buy this? I was like, no, I hate P Diddy. No, I think I called him Puff Daddy the whole time. And just so I hope,
I hate Mr. Daddy.
yeah, just so I hope that he like tried to read it He's like, let's just look at some of this stuff. It's like, what do you get from this? That Puff Daddy drinks a lot of alcohol and he's a fucking drunk.
You know what's funny though? When you did that, did it start giving you more alcohol surveys?
No, actually, it gave me one for sausage,
Hell yeah.
another one for
Sausage, yes please. Did you like it?
Another one was for like tire insurance or some shit.
I did a whole bunch of them
Tire
for
insurance?
vacation destinations.
Uh-huh.
It's like they make you look at the video. Does this look appealing? Would you like to travel here?
Give me a Y.
No.
Give me an E. Give me an S.
Take me out of here,
But anyways,
please.
back to the right thing. You know how you go in for one thing, then you start going through other things, and suddenly you're just engulfed
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of everything. So I went from Whiskey Tribe to blacksmith and how to make knives and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then I ended up how to make bracelets.
Yeah, that's the new hipster thing, is making knives and
Oh, yeah.
axes and things like that.
Oh man, I was gonna make purses out of duct tape for a while, and my pitch for my little sister, because I told her
Yeah.
about it, she's like, "Why do you want to do this?" I was like, "One word, bitches. Bitches will buy this."
Yeah, so they're
All you gotta do is put a little LV on there.
There you go. See, I do like that though. I like the trend of going back and making shit with your hands, handcraft everything. Sure, it's more expensive and it is a hipster thing, but I love the fuck out of it.
Technically,
Leatherworks, blacksmithing.
It shouldn't be more expensive because it's not even like good material.
Well, it's because you're buying someone's art now.
I never liked the whole thing about buying art at a stupid price.
Like I just bought some rings and they're artisan rings. It's just fucking regular shit I used to buy at the flea market.
Yeah.
It just has cool designs. It's made out of one's made out of silver and the other one's stainless steel. But you pay the extra $20 because they're art.
You know, there's a small part of me that like that wants to do that kind of thing. Like, yeah, I'll totally do that. The other part of me is like, why am I gonna do this? I would never fucking do any of this.
I mean, I want to do all those stuff. Like I tried building my fight stick because I wanted to be craft made fight stick. And just my dad helped me for the most of the part, and I just sand and painted it, make it out awful. But I want to learn how to have like a little forge and the whole craft thing. I started trying to learn how to do leather crafts and shit like that. I'm not helping my case for the whole gay thing, but
yeah, you're not.
I'll build my. You know what I've noticed too? This weekend, manners are starting to come back. People are holding doors for your old ladies and saying your thank yous and your welcome. So I was actually happy with that.
I don't think it ever went away. I think it's just maybe.
I mean, there was a time where everybody was just like, fuck it, I don't care.
See, this goes back to the thing we were talking about last week or the week before. You're just like, whole world's going to shit, and I'm like, no, it's just kind of what you just see around you. Like,
Yeah, it's what you're paying attention to. It's easy to pay attention to the bad things instead of the good things. You're starting to look at maybe the better things.
I mean, it was just my surroundings. That's what the big thing.
Yeah.
I went to go walk inside the Mall of America's mall.
Yeah.
There's a new nurse shop that opened there.
Yeah.
And like I said, I got into the hobby stuff. They have a hobby lobby and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
I was there just chilling, trying to catch my breath from walking.
Okay.
I saw a couple people help two elderly people cross from the parking lot to the hobby lobby door and held the door open. And she's like, "Thank you, kind young man." Like, people don't do that no more.
Yeah.
It's like, "You're welcome, man."
I do it because of my time.
And then at the store, some dude he walked in real quick and saw a pregnant girl behind him. He turned around, he go open the door, and she was like, "Oh man, people don't do that no more. Thank you." And I was noticing that. I was like, "Oh man, that's fucking cool," because I do that. I open the doors and I say thank yous and welcomes and have a nice day to any cashier person I meet. And I was like, man, I thought manners were dying.
Yeah.
As they're slowly.
I thought you were doing that to get good karma.
Yeah, true.
Like,
But
I'm pretty sure the guy that held the door for the pregnant chick was hoping to get booty.
and then you had the other
pregnant booty is my favorite kind of booty.
I already knew he was gonna go.
You guys are
Come on.
related.
Come on. I'm just saying.
But anyways, tell us.
People do good stuff, but deep down inside, you always got to have that little inkling that there's
A reward for you for your.
well, not a
good deed.
reward, but like
That you'll get ass.
undertone to why they're doing it.
So no one does anything nice just to do it?
Not all the time.
People do it for
I mean,
something.
they probably are doing it, but it's just my way of thinking. It's like, somebody wants something.
Yeah, I think that's just your way of thinking.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, because mostly for me, it's halfway true all the time.
Again,
Because I hang out with garbage. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't.
To some degree,
But
I can agree to that sentiment that not a lot of people just do things just for the sake of doing things. They want praise or just to throw it back in your face. I get what you're saying. There's some people that I know where I was like, just to do nice things just to do nice fucking things. I'm not expecting anything back. There's some people out there that will hold it over your head.
True. It depends.
I can understand that sentiment too.
I'm not saying it's like.
Well, anyways.
You could do nice things. You could see the nice things, but at the same time, fucking.
I get you. I know.
Deep down inside.
I know where you're coming from.
Well, go ahead and tell us if you're doing nice things just to do them, or you want some payback in the comments.
Oh.
Tell us what video games you're playing, and if you're cool with the whole handmade stuff coming back, which I'm totally in for it. Leather crafting, like most stuff. Anyways, tell us all that in the comments. You just go to youtube.com/Greenworks, leave a comment there, and now you can join all our social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just search out Greenworks. You'll see us, or not, you go the old school way. Roman, tell them what the old school way is.
Go ahead and send us an email at citypod88@gmail.com. Eric.
citypod88@gmail.com.
Because you could be like these people that have comments.
You have comments?
I just wanted to leave it like I want
a little cliffhanger.
Yeah, a little cliffhanger. But first up, we got the Clarissa Clam Jam Power Hour.
And welcome to her clan. Come on and clan and sign into the clan. Everybody get up and be racist right now.
All right, so our first comment, it's a bit of a long one. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. So I'm cheap, which means that I don't want to pay for unlimited internet. That being said, when I don't comment a lot, it's because I am listening. It cuts in and out as the video loads, which again, being completely honest, I don't remember half the shit you guys just talked about. I just remember paying attention again, and you're talking about Fat Wally time.
Damn, hit it with the truth.
Yeah, hit it with the truth. Her next comment is, if I didn't know Tony, I would assume that he might be bi at most. and that's at most. That means that you still like chicks. You're just at most you're gonna suck some dick too.
You like chicks, but you're hoping they got dicks.
Yeah. She continues. Now John totally thought he was gay at first. You're right on that one. He's completely.
I want to ask why she thinks I would be bi.
Why don't you ask her right now?
Why do I sound like I would be bi?
Because you look like a bitch.
Because you buy artisan jewelry. You want to forge your own shit.
I sound like I want to be a hipster.
Out of everybody, you have like the most accessories on you. You're accessory heavy.
Hell yeah, I
That
like
is
that.
true.
I like customizing and wearing stuff all
Like
the
a
time.
fag.
Sure.
Like a fag.
And that was a Clarissa Clam Jam Power Hour.
Hey, you, what you gonna do? Hey,
For real.
you, what you gonna do? Hey, you, think he's gay.
Let me know why you think I would be bi. So I can change my ways.
All right, so elaborate.
You treat women with respect.
If you could please elaborate, Clarissa, on why you think Tony might be bi. That'd be
We all
great.
know that John goes off as gay no matter what.
Oh yeah, no matter what he
I
does.
think it's because he also has a lisp.
My grandma, dude. My grandma on my dad's side thought John was gay.
Yeah.
And he's like, is that Ari's boyfriend? I was like, Ari's gay, girl.
Yeah.
And now from now on, everybody was like referring John and my dad's side of the family as Ari's boyfriend.
Yeah.
For the
Which I was
longest time.
totally fine with because they're like, they never once called me gay, but they said I had a boyfriend. So I was just like,
Damn.
Yeah.
At least he's a top.
There you go.
See? Boom.
And we have coming up. You know what it is. Keeping it regs with a prune. All right, he only has one comment.
Wow.
Says Banksy is from London. Check out Mr. Brainwash. He rips off other artists like Banksy and Shepard Fairey. Or Fairy.
I've heard of Shepard Fairey. Heard of him, but
Never really checked out any of his stuff.
Don't know who they're talking about.
Artists,
yeah.
street artists, or
Nobody's gotcha.
All right, then that was keeping it regs with the crew. Surprised you don't even. He's been busy.
Yeah, of course.
Hey,
I was telling him the story about your gay thing, and he was like, "Let me listen to it."
Stop.
stop right now.
I'm surprised he went with the whole
Mhm.
art thing,
Mhm.
but I totally forgot that we talked about art.
I just remember the gay robots.
Yeah.
The gummy robots.
Gummy with your gummies. What? Your gummies for your gummies?
Cummies.
Cummies on your tummies.
There you go. But I did want to mention the whole manners things and doing good for people. There was this video I saw where this black man was talking to this homeless white dude, and he was in a bike, and he's like, "Hey, sir, can you possibly have some money so I can get some food?" And he's like, "Or maybe you could go inside and maybe get me some chips or something, some food. I'm hungry." And he's like, "Sure, man." I was like, "You want money? I got more than $1, dog. I'll give you $5." And he goes to the back of his car, opens the trunk, and gets like a tire shine. He's like, "I'll give you $5, man. All you gotta do, just shine my tires. That's all you gotta do." And the white guy's like, "No, man, I was just hoping to maybe get something." And he's like, "Yeah, dog, I'm telling you, I'll give you $5. Just shine my tires. That's all you gotta do."
Yeah.
He's like, "You don't gotta degrade me like that, dog." He's like, "Degrade you?" You know, he's making a point. He's like, "Why
Work
won't
for
you
your
just?"
money.
It's like, work for your money, dog. I work hard for my money. I'm not just gonna give it away. And you know, as the white guy's like, "That's pretty fucked up, man." Some other black dude comes in. He's like, "Hey, dog, you need someone to shine your tires?" He's like, "Yeah, dog, $5." And he's like, "Shit, give me that." And he starts, you know, as he's
Spraying
talking
it.
to the white guy, the black guy is just going in there, shining the fucking tires real quick.
Yeah.
He's like, "That wasn't hard." He's like, "Hell no, dog, that was the quickest $5 I ever made." He's like, "See, work hard for your money." And the fucking white guy takes off in his fucking bike, and he's just
Bicycle,
cussing out
yeah.
the guy. He's like, "Man, you're fucked up, dog." He's like, "Fuck you, dog. I work for my money and shit." I was like, you know, this is how I feel about homeless people. You don't give out money to them.
That's true. Hopefully they just OD.
Well, on
Yeah.
that note, has
I'm
been
just saying.
episode.
Was that wrong?
Work for your money, people.
Work for
Yeah,
your
exactly.
money. This has been episode 94 of the City Podcast. I have been your host, Tony, and I'm here with.
Your boy Eric.
Hate that boy.
Hobo
And-
burner.
Now you put it to
Guys,
remember.
there you go. And
Roman. And like we say at the end of every episode, bye.
Look out for that D&D.